Yes. Wow. Yeah, 4-0 is a crazy record to be having. I mean, this early in the season, it's like there could be a lot of shifts and I don't know, a lot of schools that can kind of come out of nowhere and get some real upsets. So hopefully EBW is going to be a big upset here against Illinois. But yes, starting with Pitt, it looks like we're going to lead to Battlefield, which is a really good pick for Pitt. I think that this is a matchup that Lancelot is very comfortable in. Our resident Byleth player, Nugget, has a Corrin that that Lancelot does play against pretty often. Yeah. Always is. I feel like you're giving him the hair gauntlet. I love it. My favorite was straightened. I thought that was really good. It's how heat is on the head. Right. Yeah, actually, I do think that's an interesting take, being high tier for Pitt. Is that because I know that new tier list came out. Is that where Pitt is? Wow. Yeah, that's honestly worth checking. I kind of want to see that. This Corrin is really nice. Yeah. I feel like, okay, that's a string that I see Lancelot go for quite a bit, going from Nair into forward air, into Nair, into whatever aerials. But people are always able to jump out after the first Nair, so I would love to see switching that up. But the first stock taken very abruptly by this Corrin. Corrin is not a character that struggles to kill by any means. With that back air, with that pin at ledge, that forward smash, just completely charging that up, like no fear in the world, saying I am a stock up, I have nothing to fear. Yeah, it's better to take a slow, neutral approach against this Corrin, I think. Ooh, that pin right at ledge. Let's see if Lancelot can take one, because that's going to be a big I think that's going to be a big deterrent if he is not able to take a stock. Just for the fact that we need to get something moving. We got to make something shake. And if BW is down one player and Illinois still has all three stocks, then there's no real safe switch in to get somebody in to get momentum back in BW's favor. So let's hope that Lancelot can get this kill, going for the snipes with the neutral B. Yeah, that's gonna take it. Yeah, yeah. I think this is the second game that we have seen um, an opponent living beyond 120% against Lancelot's pit. It's gonna be that's gotta be something that the team discusses, because I think sending in a player who is kind of struggling to take stocks at the very beginning of a game kind of gives us this position where we are down three stocks and they are fresh out the gate. Pit, yeah, I don't think that Pit has good kill power. There are definitely, I mean, if you think about characters who kill early in this game, like there are so many that come to mind, and if you're really judging somebody's survivability against a character, I think nobody's really scared of like a Pit who's trying to take a stock. So maybe it's a character thing, maybe that it's a playstyle thing with Lancelot, since we see a lot of those aerials in his game plan, which are usually used to kind of add some percent, get something moving. But at the end of the day, it's got to be a down smash, forward smash, up smash. It's got to be something, a back air that takes a kill. Mm. Right. I think this game is too volatile for an all around character to be really up there in the tier list. Um, I mean, that's just my opinion on it, though. I definitely do think that uh, Pit is a very good um, choice for Lancelot, though, with their game plan and their style. Um, so regardless of tier lists, they really don't matter all that much when it comes to this level of play. But it looks like we're getting Space Hippie out on Diddy Kong to try and get something moving against this Corrin. So let's see how this turns out. I don't know. Did they already lock into a stage? Yeah, yeah. Diddy Kong is a really. Am I back? Am I back? Okay, sweet. No, Diddy Kong I think has a really hard time getting out of disadvantage, since telegraphing something like Monkey Flip is like a serious problem that Diddy Kong has. Um, it's kind of like a Falco thing where it's like illusion's a good move, and it's like if you get hit by it, it's like this keeps coming, but once you nail down like how to punish it, it's a little tough for Diddy Kong to get around somebody who is really locking down Monkey Flip. Yeah, got a whole lot of stuff.
Sorry, just had flashbacks of last night. Like, man, Ike is. Anyways,
Just has a hard time.
looks like that they are going to PS2 and
Mhm.
well, not running it back, but getting straight into it. Nobody's going to need to SD because it is still it's some fresh stock.
Three, two, one, go!
Say that Space Invaders actually a bit more in the front in the lineup than it has been for the past few months.
Yeah.
So hopefully it gives him that like breathing room that we can do,
Yeah, and we can already see kind of what we were talking about before. Ooh, I like it. Good idea. I don't like sticking to the ledge since Corrin does have that option of... Wow. Okay. Yeah, indeed. Oh, please roll. You can get out of that. You can get out of that space. Does he know, chat? That back here. Yeah, 45 seconds of this. 2 stocks already gone. But, yeah, what I was going to say before, we were already seeing some of the issue of Space gets in once, he gets about 20%, and then he's just kind of out for a while. A lot of tools like forward air are more like for ending combos if used while rising, and he's using a lot of down throw forward air, which may not be the best for exploring the full combo tree of Diddy Kong, but it's enough to get in these small neutral situations. Another back air off the right. Everybody's just got to not be on the right side against this Corrin. Yeah. Oh. Right out of the percent range, though. Normally that hits around like 50-60%, but this Corrin was well above that at like 80 or 90. So that's not quite gonna hit. It's so hard not to pull the trigger on that, though. Down tilt, up smash, and not quite taking that stock either. Space is struggling to find this stock until that forward smash. Yeah, oh boy. I am getting the commentator's curse. Barely getting past with the barrels. I really love the idea of using barrels horizontally rather than vertically, since the horizontal speed on it is a lot quicker. That Corrin almost SDing there, though. Almost had 2 really unfortunate stocks in this game. Please roll. Yeah, so that forward smash is actually very... it's very unique in the sense that it has a hitbox right out in front of it. So if somebody gets caught up in that forward smash charge, it's gonna hurt.
It's kind of like, I think it's called like the buzzsaw. It's like just continually hitbox, all right there, and it's like.
Yeah, and like.
Dude, the answer's roll.
Yeah, you can roll, you can SDI it if you're already getting hit by it.
Really cool, and you have armor, you can parry up B, but.
You're on that Ike copium.
I'm just a madman.
Well, but that's 2 down for BW and 2 down for Illinois.
But meaning 2 completely different teams in this game. Yeah, 2 players completely for BW versus 2 stocks for Illinois State. And it's going to be interesting sending out of who's going to be sent out next, because I feel like for Super Mario, he sees a sword that's a Fire Emblem character, and he's like, I don't like this, which is something that does need to be worked on, but it is only 1 stock, and we're going deep in the name, so I'm guessing Nugget. Yep. How the heck does Byleth Corrin?
So Byleth Corrin is more of a Byleth matchup than a Corrin matchup, just for the sake that I think Corrin's stuff is less safe than Byleth's is. which is like kind of weird. Yeah, kind of weird to think about
Yeah.
because Corrin already is an extremely safe character. I mean, this is like a very like even matchup, but if it was to be skewed one way, it would be like this is probably one of the like 45-55 matchups. Um, but I mean, regardless of matchups, it's gonna be this Corrin has already proved himself to be like pretty tough for our team to match into. So let's see how Nugget can fare trying to take that last stock off of this Corrin.
Yeah, and with what we've seen from Nugget just overall this season, like really willing to just kind of sit back and just be like, okay, let the game or the opponent come to them, like play really slow. You have to play my game. I'm the one with the projectile.
Right.
And usually, like it's been working like really well this season. Like in NACE, a lot of people just either don't want to or just straight up refuse to deal with it. And then while they're trying to run into Byleth, you run into either Byleth there or you don't make it because there's another arrow coming at you, and just so much just the camping not yeah the camping capabilities of Nugget has been like really good this season. So I want to see like against like Corrin can kind of counter camp or at least like deter it with the neutral B, but it's not as good as Violet Arrow as they are running it back to PS2, so they're getting more space.
Yeah. I do think that the counter zoning that kind of comes in from Corrin in this matchup might actually be very useful because I think the uncharged neutral B of Corrin cancels out with uncharged arrow. The only time that it does not cancel out with arrow is when it is fully charged, um, in which that's like a transcendent projectile, um, and that takes a while to charge. So it's going to be a bit of a tough matchup. Um, but again, extremely close, and it's an extremely close matchup as far as characters go. Yeah, I feel like Corrin isn't a character that isn't seen a whole lot. I know a few months ago there was like a bit of a Corrin resurgence.
Yeah.
I even picked up this character for a minute. I was like, this kind of feel good. Like,
I also played Corrin for a little bit,
hmm
but it was more so just like
Three, two, one,
even though
go!
it was
Yeah. These are all right. If we're ranking that as those SDs,
I think also like moving fast and
yeah, yeah. We're moving. We're already moving. This Corrin is making something shake. Down tilt up air. A very easy, very nice bread and butter. Um, just to kind of get something moving. Yeah, the dash attack's gonna be unsafe on shield. F tilt unsafe on shield. Kind of everything that I was saying before about this matchup maybe being a bit more difficult for Corrin. Nuggets kind of proving me wrong with pressing all this unsafe stuff, but getting a lot of really nice plays with that up B and side B right side of the stage. Ooh, and Pin taking it. Yeah, let's hope that Nugget can get this last stop. Because I'd love to see who else they've got on their lineup personally. Very good parry. Another thing about these games is that they're all online, so techniques like parrying or teching are going to be a bit more difficult. Are we going to see the snipe come out? No. But are going to be more difficult and more rare to see from these players, just for the sake of there being online latency. Another offstage opportunity. Nuggets kind of just letting it go, just saying, I'm going to throw some arrows, but the forward air finally taking it. And BW is on the board.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Finally taking that last stock from the Corrin. Very good. I think next is next is Illinois' pick based on whoever they want to send in against a Byleth. I do really like Byleth taking this last stock from the Corrin because I feel like there aren't an extremely large amount of bad matchups for Byleth. So in situations where it's like we have a Mario out, we have like a brawler type. Hey, welcome back. We have like a brawler type or something out. It's so much easier to counterpick those characters because it's like, okay, can I zone? Or I have a zoner out. Like it's like, okay, can we get somebody who can really get in and dictate the pace of the match? Having Byleth in, it's kind of more difficult to counterpick, just because all-around type characters are harder to just have somebody on your lineup who counters it.
Yeah, and just once again, I just want to say my forward air was pretty good. It was well spaced. I know Corrin Pen can be so annoying to deal with, and yet just moved right along from it and was able to swat it out the sky before even like the secondary hitbox came. So good job by Nugget, but unfortunately did lose a stock. So oh no, if you're Illinois State, your first person who only took 7. Yeah, BW having to make a little bit of a climb. Hopefully we have Nugget who's going to take 7. So yeah, always doable, always winnable.
Yeah, and maybe this is a lineup that not to commentators curse, but maybe they send out their best character or their best player first. Like, maybe it's a lineup that is extremely front heavy. I know that there are lineups that we're planning for the varsity team that are going to be more front heavy.
So I wonder if I've ever seen a team go front heavy on their lineups.
I just don't know what you mean.
Said I plead the fifth.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're actually taking quite a while for this counter pick. Again, maybe it's just they're having a hard time figuring out who goes best into Byleth, but after taking 7 stocks, I think they're kind of in the position to make the mistake of setting in a bad matchup against Byleth and not really getting insanely punished for making a bad decision like that.
Yeah, because even if it is like a bad decision, like usually a player can still take wrong matchups. They're very rarely like you don't see a lot of 3 stocks on them.
Yeah. And even with that, it's like, ooh, a brawler.
Oh boy.
Yeah, interesting.
That's a character.
Very, very interesting.
It also depends on
3, 2, 1.
There's Spider-Man. It's over.
Nugget.
Okay, Nugget.
Oh, they're showing it.
Oh.
The down B.
See? Now, I really, really appreciate this. Hats off to Illinois State, because there are lineups... Oh, they were just showing. Okay, that's chill. But there are lineups and teams that have said, okay, we're gonna put in a me brawler, and then they don't show what rules or what moveset. Yeah, and it's like you're spending majority of the game trying to figure out what moves they have, rather than how do I play against this player, which I think kind of in this, it's a bit of an oversight as far as the rule set. I think NACE does have rules against doing that, but sometimes some slip through the cracks. But very, very nice of Illinois State to show their moveset.
Yeah, like once again, like that's a rare. So still like being able to get that, that's a lot of good information as well. So like, how are we going to roll into that?
Yeah. Oh, and they showed the rule set or the move set before picking the stage as well, which is actually.
Which is also.
I like these guys. Oh yeah, what were the moves? I wasn't even paying attention. I saw flip kick,
I saw flip kick, heli kick, and I think it was.
shot put.
I don't remember the actual.
I could have.
I saw it.
I could have sworn they pressed shot put, but I might be wrong. I wasn't quite paying attention to what they were doing.
But other than that, they also had the suplex grab.
Yes.
It was either the suplex or but either way, pretty good side B. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Nugget counters against that, because I think to me, one thing is to continue to like what's it called? Like
Yeah, it's not the axe kick, which is a very very good out of shield option. Honestly, a lot of these moves that the Illinois State brawler is running are very uncommon. So I'd be interested to see if this is a comfortability pick or a matchup pick. Um, to kind of work around some of Nugget's stuff. Like flip kick would be really really good against Arrow. I imagine Onslaught would be, or not Onslaught, the command grab. Yeah, suplex. I feel like suplex would be really good against Nugget's defensive playstyle, where it's like we're shooting Arrow, we're naring, and we're drifting back, and we're holding shield. So a good burst option to really get in Nugget's face and to get something off of them shielding is that I think that's a pretty good option to have as brawler.
Ready?
So here we've got Nugget on 2 stocks, and this me brawler Spider-Man is
2, 1,
Oh.
go!
up B, side B, down B.
So now it's completely different.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so honestly, oh,
They thought it was the
maybe
wrong one, so
yeah,
that's
maybe
what
they
said.
just clicked the wrong brawler.
Oh no, it's only a different Spider-Man one now. Still, that's a sweet spot for over there off stage. Still not taking it though. 76 though. And once again, this is what I was talking about. And maybe you're right. Maybe this was a very front heavy team. And yeah, like once again, all credit to that core and that core to play. I mean that core to play. The arrow not taking it, dash attack misses, down throw, up air. I really feel like could have gotten a lot. Maybe.
Yeah, I will say Brawlers. There's the neutral beam. It is chocolate. I feel like Brawler's combo tree is actually like pretty. Oh, the fat fingering the side B instead of the up B. That's gonna be Nugget running away with a stock here. Kind of living on borrowed time.
I was gonna say, hopefully being able to do more with this extra chance at life, pretty much. Shooting that, getting the up tilt. No, up air, avoiding that.
Up smash, not killing. I'm surprised that up smash didn't kill. At 133, that very, very high rage, and then Violet being at 120. Not exactly a heavy character. That forward air taking it, though. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, and just barely avoiding that back air. I feel like that might have taken some.
Well, there it is. Okay. Get
So
this
you
guy
see-
off the mic.
So the theory of taking it to hollow, at least, in my opinion, you get that top platform without having to deal with the small top cross-ups. Well, in exchange, everything. But still, that gives you an easier time to get kills as well if you're Nugget. Maybe we should stop talking because since then it's been 1-4 to 21.
Yeah. It seems like this me brawler kind of has yeah, they adapted really really quick. From the beginning of the game, just getting zoned out really really hard with arrows, but now
Great chase. Taking it, still alive.
yeah, good reaction on the DI. Being able to send himself out rather than in where he would have gotten punished.
Small shield though.
Small. Hate to see a shield break this at this point in the game. Talk about changing momentum, shifting it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that got me off guard. Bro, hit that thriller.
I mean, hey, that jump scared me. I was very caught off guard by that.
Wow, yeah, crazy call out. I mean, and also like me brawler F smash is like that's a tough move to really get to land. Like he was confident.
Yeah.
So
He would have put it all on black for that one.
yeah, and honestly, like no reason not to having 2 stocks up against against Nugget there. But now we are on our last player, and Illinois has 8 stocks left. So whoever we send in better be able to outclass that Corrin.
So if I think correctly, yep, it looks like it is. So, because that's what I was waiting for because I was wrong last time. So this is going to be another edition of the Super Mario Super Show. So first episode, coming out party. Second out episode, attack versus the clones. Third episode, what the heck is Spider-Man doing here?
Super Mario No Way Home.
Yep, Super Mario No Way Home. Super Mario Only Fares Home. So
Oh,
yeah,
God.
either way, Mario versus Me Brawler is just kind of
This is
like
gonna be a fun game to
Yeah.
watch, I think. It's just gonna be a whole lot of swinging.
whole lot of grabs, a whole lot of down throws, up throws, conversions off of those, even a lot of up airs. Um,
Yeah, these characters really do kind of do the same things.
yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, just Mario has some different tools. So does Me Brawler. I think one thing for Me Brawler is Flip Kick. Flip Kick can do wonders.
Hmm.
And Mario, Flood and Cape, if you get a little bit too greedy off stage, Super Mario has shown and will call you out with it.
Hmm.
And then you're just having to try to recover backwards.
Yeah, and that's definitely kind of undoable for me Brawler in this matchup. If you get caped off stage, it's kind of GG's. Um, so let's see if Super Mario is able to get those tools moving. Um, because I know it's probably something that he's going to be fishing for. So let's see how unpredictable he can be with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think at this point in the season, there's enough to VOD review your opponents, and the opponents have enough to VOD review you.
Hmm.
So, how do you deal with that? How do you, okay, they know I'm going to do this. How do I adapt like that? I remember playing in NACE. That was one of my harder things because, like, okay, I have a game plan. So then I would have to like play the first two, like if I were to get 2 games, but like to play the first opponent or whatever, something completely different, something I wasn't used to. And then when they would send in the second player, it's like, okay, now I'm gonna play my style.
Right, right. All
So
right, starting off on small battlefield. Um, honestly, an interesting stage choice. I wouldn't be expecting either of these players to keep to ban battlefield because I think it really does a lot of good stuff.
Matt Snell combo shown.
Yep, love to see it.
I don't
Forward throw
think
dash
I've-
tackle, love to see it.
I-
Really keep them on your toes, Matt.
Yep. Never let them know your next move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the first episode
Whoa.
was the Matt Snell combos. Or the Super Mario combos, excuse me.
Yeah,
So down throw, up air, calling it out with that up smash. That's even familiarity of, okay, I know what this person's going for.
yeah.
Or this Me Brawler is just really confident.
I think that's a pretty common.
Yep, that kills.
Kill confirm. I mean, like, hey, down
Like,
throw
what was
up
that last
B
game,
is
but, like,
crazy.
sorry, as somebody that was like, because I would even play and then just be like, okay, here are 3 things I picked up, somebody else go. And like, that being my role, I would really look for like, okay, do these characters or do these players know they're confirmed? Do they know this, this, and this? So watching the first game, it's like, okay, this Me Brawler probably doesn't know his confirms. And like, probably have to do a lot of stuff raw to kill. And then like, starting off the second game with, oops, down throw thrower because I've held that the whole time.
Yeah, it's something really good to kind of lean more into your.
Stop swinging in disadvantage. You
Yeah.
can't hear me because the audio's off and not coaching.
And it's mostly out of disadvantage that he's using forward air as well. That's something I was going to comment on at the very beginning of the game as well. Super Mario tends to press forward air quite a bit in disadvantage, and it's like that would be really cool to get the forward air, like the haha funny Mario. But it's really not worth it to kind of use it in forward air again. I think I just saw the startup frames.
Yeah, and even right there, it probably would have worked. Big head moment right there. Hitting with that up smash, but almost responding with one of their own and getting another, well, no, not down throw, forward throw. I'm guessing probably mix and DI or something?
Yeah, we're just playing for positioning at this point because down throw doesn't really connect into much of anything at 90. You see down throw into up B connect expecting around 60, 70. Very good call out on the neutral get up with the up smash. So Illinois State taking game 1, 7-0.
Yeah, and taking it pretty dominantly and pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think the Corrin snowball kind of was felt by everybody on the team.
Yeah. And even like looking at the people who quote unquote performed best against the Corn, I think the top two were Space Hippie and then Nugget. I would even lean more onto Nugget because Space Hippie did get the first one with a cheese kill.
I
Not saying
agree.
that's bad. We take those. But the Corn's probably not going to get hit by that again.
Yeah, and now that we know that there is a brawler and a Corrin, we can deduct, okay, who is more useful? And I feel like having a Diddy Kong to continue on after taking out a Corrin is more valuable than having a Byleth.
Yeah, but that's a thing because also like yes, the brawler did adapt, but it was still that point of like they had to warm up, and like that warm up period was abysmal for them,
Right, right.
especially against like Nuggets Byleth of like okay, you could try to approach. I'm going to stay here,
That is true.
and you're going to know what an arrow feels like.
So either way, I mean, if we, as long as we're not leading with Lancelot, I feel like we've got pretty solid choices. I would say probably for this lineup, we would want to keep Super Mario farther in the back. Um, I wouldn't say anchor Super Mario. I don't think that's really his strong suit. I think he's better to sent in the middle, reacting to a counter pick of theirs. Um, rather than to have like a strong this character can work against most kind of deal going on in the back because I don't think Mario really fills that role in my opinion, but
Yeah,
I'd love for Super Mario to prove me wrong if that is the route that we play.
me too.
Yeah.
But right now, we are going to take a short break as they are as well. We will be back in hopefully 5 for more Super Smash Bros. Up and Ultimate. BW is down 0-1 in the series, but they are not out. So we will see you in a bit. And welcome back
We're back.
to to this edition of BW Esports going in NACE Academy. Oh no, I just realized if Goomba's playing, nobody's there to update the stream. Okay, so that is going to be wrong because nobody is willing to learn how to work a scoreboard. Um, and that's an Electric Wind Godfist. But yeah, Illinois State going up against us, obviously. Illinois State is 4-0 on the NACE season, going up against BW, who is 2-3. And this is really a pick that we weren't expecting. We weren't expecting the Kazuya, and I definitely wasn't expecting the Goomba Sonic today.
Yeah. So on our break, we stopped in, checked in what was going on. They realized that for our players, we were going to swap our player Goomba in on Sonic. I think that's honestly a really good pick into this lineup, or this this whole lineup. I think Sonic does very well against Brawler. I think he's definitely a good pick against Kazuya. Really playing to space and those pretty easy confirms that are just going to catch Kazuya off guard. Maybe some edge guarding here. Very good with the back air. This is the first lead BW has had all set, so that's huge.
Yeah, and yeah, just really good overall, and still, like we've been saying in Gleck as well. Okay.
There's the
But
upset of the shield.
Goomba's Sonic has been really practiced over winter break. Yes, that's been a while ago by now, but still, like, he would go into online tournaments that were used for like secondaries and people just like really trying to practice, and he would continuously get second, get top 3, and just he didn't win because there was a player named Beaks there, but
Our coach.
yeah, our coach. But yeah, just overall, he would still do really well. Even against Beaks, he would keep it close. So he definitely knows the Sonic game plan. So it's just going to be how is he going to play it.
Yeah, and honestly, Goomba has a really, really nice reserved Sonic, but that is gonna take it.
I'll be back. I'm going to update the stream to this game's over.
Okay. But that forward air is also not gonna take it. What? Okay, there it is. There it is. Love to see it. Yeah. Honestly.
I'll be back.
I think he anti-popped off. Oh.
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 Oh, you know what it was? The switch came unplugged from the docks, so we lost the LAN. We may need to reset up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It happens.
right when I came back. So yeah, we're going to. I mean, probably we're going to have to take a short break to just make sure not only everything's okay. Are we still connected to the Wi-Fi? No. Okay, so
we're gonna take a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. BW is down 10-9, but a great early showing. Goomba Sonic still, after all this time of not really playing it like that, did pretty well.
Yeah.
Did really good. And yeah, we're just going to figure out our technical issues, and we're going to move on. Just one stock from Kazuya, then we move. All right, we will be right back again. We are back this time, for real.
After
So,
major technical difficulties 2 times, we are back, and we are sending in Space Hippie against this Kazuya to finish up, hopefully, what is their last stock. After talking to the team a little bit, we heard that there were some unfortunate circumstances that's going on with this whole game. There's quite a bit of lag to their understanding, but it doesn't seem to be coming across as we are viewing. So that is totally fine as long as we can keep watching and keep enjoying this set going on. I'm happy. So
yeah.
let's get into it. Kazuya versus Diddy Kong.
As long as it, at least to me, as long as it doesn't affect A, the viewing experience, and B, as long as it doesn't affect gameplay in a major way, it should be fine.
Yes.
Like, random minor misinputs happen all the time, as, yeah, they just do, and sometimes they're very annoying, but it's just like, it happens even offline. So then getting, like, kind of like that, got the down throw, but didn't get much more because went for the spot dodge. And for this matchup, I just,
Whoa.
okay,
Oh!
the matchup's not over yet.
We almost
Yeah.
saw another barrel kill off stage. Illinois just hates Diddy barrels.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if there was a pair of exploding barrels heading towards my way, I would also very much dislike that.
I would
Maybe
hate
the third one would.
Yeah, and you know what? It does. So
Yeah,
very
that-
good V reverse. We still got tech going on in quarter-second lag, apparently.
Yep. But still, one.
Oh! You know what that was? You saw that set at Riptide with Beast Mode Paul and Riddles?
Yeah.
with Magic Burst getting armored through. Missing
Yeah.
that back air, that's gonna cost him.
That was a smart tech chase as well.
Very good.
Just covering that area of, okay, if you roll out, you're going to get this, and hey, I have banana. If you do something
Clean.
wrong, you're going to get this fist.
Yeah, a very, very clean last stock there.
Yep, 8 to 9. I really hope somebody updates because I don't want to run in there again.
Yeah.
So, I believe.
Honestly, not the worst thing in the world. Like, this is going a lot better for BW than it was last game.
Yeah.
Just for the sense of, honestly, maybe I was cooking with it. This might have been a front heavy lineup with the Quarren really doing the most work thus far from what we have seen. The Mii Brawler did finish up our last couple stocks, so there's no real telling how many stocks they could have taken.
Yep.
But in the context of what we have been given, that Quarren is still in the back and still very much an issue. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how BW plays around it without Goomba.
Yeah, that Corn's still very much at large. I feel like that'd be a way to put it, of just, it's a good player. How is the team going to deal with it?
Yeah, good player, good character. What's the move?
What do we do?
What's the play? But yeah, I think this could be a whole lot of things coming out into Diddy Kong. I did write the rest of their roster that we did not know until our first 5-minute break. So the rest of this lineup looks like it is Kirby, Rob, and Kazuya on top of the Brawler and the Quarren. Which the other characters I feel like we have more solid answers to than the Brawler and the Quarren.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think Rob is significantly better of a character than Quarren and Brawler, but I think just the size of the character, just that being the major the major drawback. I think we have a lot more to go off of as far as counterpicking against Rob. So, and I feel like the same thing for Kirby. This team.
Sorry, I'll be back. I have another phone call.
This team was pretty smart as far as like who to send out first, who to send out second. There's this just a lot of really, really good preemptive team making, which I really, really like to see. I wish that this was it was more of the same for BW. I think our team building could be a little stronger against teams like Illinois, who we know are super strong, who we know we really need to have somebody in the back who can go up against something like Corrin, who can go up against something like Brawler, because we don't particularly have bad matchups, but in situations like this, for example, for the varsity lineup, we have our VOD review, and then we're going to practice on this matchup with this person specifically, and they are our designated, like, for example, our designated Corrin Buster. Like, we designate roles for certain matchups, so as we get farther into the season and we potentially see another Toon Link, we potentially see another Roy, we already have people who are super strong in that matchup, and that can really be effective in fighting those players. Hey, we got Goomba on the mic. How you doing? You did pretty well against that Kazuya. Okay, well, not too much. But okay, yeah, we have discussed the lag on stream a little bit. Wait, what are you looking for? Oh, good luck. I don't know that part either. I'm just here for a good time. It looks like we've got Illinois sending out a Peach. That was not on my bingo card.
3, 2, 1, go!
Right. But honestly, he deals with acquiring his banana. It might be easier for Peach to get Turnip, because he's really looking for a lot of the time when Space Hippie pulls banana, it is in neutral when he thinks he has space rather than in advantage. And in those situations, I think Peach is able to also pull Turnip, which is very, very good. Now Peach is at that really awkward percent where it's like, okay, what can Diddy get that's really pushing his advantage? 2 forward airs, but he really needs to link them together in 2 separate situations rather than one neutral win. So, like, Diddy's combo game at this percent kind of gets really tough, and he can't quite kill with stuff like that up smash. Very good up smash. Commentator's cursed. You get on that mic, something bad's gonna happen. Space Hippie actually really, at the beginning of this stock, started doing something that I was hoping to see in his first stock as well. He was starting to use his up air in more juggle situations to kind of force Peach above the platforms. Being more floaty, it's going to be harder to deal with juggling situations. So having that up air come out from Diddy Kong, it's going to be really, really tough for her to touch down and kind of get her footing back. But it's also really tough to get the footing back if you're just off stage. Yeah, there was the flow cancel that you were calling for, but yes, Illinois State closing that out. 6 stocks from BW, 8 stocks for Illinois. This Peach player has 2 more in the back. So let's see something along the lines of like a Byleth or a Pit. I think they would do pretty well against Peach. I think also Mario has a pretty good niche in this matchup.
Mario has a good niche in this matchup, but he's got to completely change his gameplay. I mean, you see Mario has a ladder combination pretty much the entire game. Peach is going to get out of that super early. I mean, I thought like mid, like 40%. Peach is going to be able to maybe get a double jump out, or even just like out.
Yeah, yeah.
But Mario in a horrible spot because now he's above stage, no double jump, and Peach is really good in Mario.
That is true. But I don't know how strong this Peach is in counterpicking stages against Mario, where, I mean, you're going to be falling out of ladders at like 50%, but if you're not even getting that high, and Battlefield is open, that's a free kill for Mario. So I think it depends on, a lot would depend in that matchup, based on stage, based on play style. If the Peach decides to play a little more aggro, I feel like Mario's faster buttons might be able to stuff her out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like ideally this would be a pit or a byleth.
This is, I would say most definitely a very good ACAD. Without true combos, again, keeping the order. It has a very long lasting affair, and even things like narrative able to really show high. But also, again, not a common thing that you see when Mario's dealing with this like Orbiter amount to take advantage of.
Right.
I think reflected after this range. Sort of isn't the greatest projectile. Like, as a projectile,
Choose your fighter.
I think it's good for the sense that it is a projectile.
yeah, but if someone like, let's just say, Diddy Kong has a really good throw. Peach's throw ends in
It's slow, yeah.
If any other character is able to, it's not just slow, it doesn't go far. Really good. So I think any other character would have that.
Mario.
But these ladders and more so just like staying close to the ground, having
And here I think is where it's going to be the most, this is going to be like pretty important what stage they go on for this matchup. Because again, the ladders are going to be tough on other stages, but something like Battlefield, like a tri-plat, if you leave that open, that's going to be super tough. It's looking like we're going to small Battlefield though, one of Peach's better stages to my understanding. I think Peach does pretty well on the bi-platforms. And a smaller stage like this means that something like forward air or forward smash is going to kill a lot sooner than it would on something like Kalos or I think even like PS2, which would be very beneficial for the Peach.
Yeah, I mean, you got is a good stage, but it's also not bad.
Right.
What also is a smaller stage. Mario's gonna have an easier time killing.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right, and I think at this point in the game, it's safe for our lineup to assume that that there is not going to be many float cancels coming out from this Peach. So I honestly like this pick, regardless of the fact that that this Peach isn't going to be floating all that much. But a very clean start from Super Mario, and he's playing a really nice keep away game of I'm going to get my damage, I'm going to run out, throw some fireballs, and then we're back into neutral, and then you're going to struggle. A forward smash, that's a clean 0 to death! That's a big Super Mario 0 to death. Yeah. But also, you need to consider, I mean, the lag on top of it. So for a character like Mario, where it's like you got more inputs to do, it's going to be harder to get your game plan going. I know on the break when I was talking to Space Hippie, he was like, I don't know how to get my game plan started because I've got... There's a bomb on stage! But he was like, I don't know how to get my combos going. The forward air out of disadvantage, risky business. He was saying, I don't know how to get my combos going. I have too many inputs and not enough time. Wow.
Really, really good comeback for BW.
Mario wins.
We still do have Corin, which
Yeah, there's a Corrin in the back still.
was an issue in the first game, but you know, we're back to even. We still have Nugget, who did very well against the Corin,
Mhm.
and Lancelot still said that he would you know. So we do have those two on the back line.
Yeah, I would be interested to. I think if I can make a guess, I think it's gonna be the Brawler coming out. I feel like having the Corrin on the back line at the very back as the anchor is probably their smartest move, considering how well they did game 1 and how low we are on resources at this point. I think from the information that we have given them, we have shown them that a lot of our heavy hitters on this lineup specifically against their team has already been put into play. We've already seen the Goomba Sonic. We've already seen the Space Hippie Diddy Kong, and keeping our more consistent kind of midline players in the back might come to bite us. But it is even. It can go any way, and all we can really do is put our expectations on these last two players, and it looks like it is going to be the Brawler going into Super Mario.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad choice for Mario is a matchup though.
I do think that beyond matchups is this Brawler had Super Mario down.
He did, yes, that is true. First off, Super Mario was decent, I would say. But yeah, later on, I think it was hard to get him a lot. And another big thing this matchup, they love the solo stages. So,
I was saying I was surprised that he didn't keep Battlefield open as like the Brawler.
the big thing is, you're going into Mario, and you don't know how they play. Battlefield's just as risky as, any other stage, or any other bad stage for Brawler. You're basically giving Mario what he needs. So, I do think, this is the case where the stages are going to change things, because if the Brawler is on the stage, then it's going to be
Oh, right, I agree. And I mean, as they have, I don't think we've seen a ladder combo from Super Mario this set yet. I don't think we've seen up air, up B. So I think they might be ruling that out of Super Mario's game plan, and because comparatively we have seen a lot of killing off the top from this Brawler. So I feel like if something like Battlefield is left open, or something like Town, where it is much easier to kill off the top because of those platforms, it might be more beneficial for the Brawler than for Super Mario, which feels weird to say considering he plays Mario. But I feel like just something to put out in the air that is a completely valid option for Illinois State as far as counterpicking with stages.
Yeah, and Brawler did that off the skill on top. He can't kill off the side. I would say Brawler is very much like the box, where killing off the top a lot, insanely fast moves is super impressive, but does have a bit of that Mario game. He's able to do that across throughout a really, really abusive projectile.
Ready?
No, I agree. But it looks like they're bringing it to small battlefield, if I was looking right.
And go.
Yeah, small battlefield, which is all not a not a bad stage for either of these characters. Yeah, even lower if you're getting the right, like if you're getting like falling up air on top of the platforms. I feel like the big issue that Super Mario is facing in this matchup is getting out of disadvantage. I think that's something he's been struggling with all day. Seeing a lot of forward airs out of disadvantage, seeing a lot of very good air dodge, and catching him off guard with the F smash. Oh, I think Super Mario heard me or something, because he is getting out of disadvantage. Lickety split. Please don't. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted. Oof. Yeah. I honestly think that's like a really good counterplay to just kind of stay alive at that really high percent, because it gets tough. It gets tough for brawling. Right. Well, it's good to see that he's receptive of teams. Not quite killing. Yeah, I think really that these characters are so good on this stage not because of the larger platform on the bottom that they're playing all of their game on. It's the two platforms that are on the side that neither of them are really using. This brawler is really starting to pick up the heat, though, picking up on Super Mario's habits. We saw the end of their game in the first part of the set, ending with an F smash on a roll. He's putting it all on red. Yeah. Very good. Oh, that shot put did so much percent. Yeah. Ooh, parry grab? What did you say this lag was? Did you say it was bad? Ooh, using forward air not quite when he's... I think he's feeling himself a bit too much. This is a pretty even game, Super Mario. You can't go crazy. That's what I'd like to see. Yeah, this brawler trying to call out Super Mario's roll habit. Yeah, but he's risking it. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not out of PW's capabilities to bring that back. I'm honestly surprised that Super Mario did as well as he did, considering how locked in that brawler was game one on Super Mario's habits. Like, I love seeing how he counter adapted. Like, there were several F smashes that the brawler was just ready to catch a roll with. And game one it worked, but this one, not so much. It's very, very good to see that Super Mario is playing as well as he is today.
Violet.
He's had pretty decent matchups into Korean, and it's an okay matchup into but I think they're also preparing for potential Rob, and that's a fantastic matchup. So
Yeah, I think that when we saw this Me Brawler and Nugget play game one, I feel like there was a really quick start for Nugget in kind of how she was zoning, where it was kind of getting a lot of really early percent on the Me Brawler's first stock, and I think sending Nugget in on the last stock of this Me Brawler with that in mind, that Nugget does well against the first stock of this Brawler, is a really, really good play. So very good team building from BW here, in my opinion. But again, we still got the Corrin in the back. I think that Nugget did pretty well against that Corrin, all things considered. So I think this honestly was our best bet here. And I'd love to see Nugget give us some good gameplay. But yeah, it seems like they're picking their stage now. What do you think a good stage for Nugget here in comparison to Me Brawler?
I do think the bigger stages. Are gonna give Violet more space, but also
Right.
Violet is but it's very linear. Forward air, back air, or long, big,
Straight in
they
front.
only cover so much.
Right.
It's like
Choose your fighter. Violet.
it's the smallest stage on the stage.
Yeah.
So Brawler is just very
Ready?
Yeah, so maybe this Brawler is just playing for like one stock at a time. Like I'm just gonna
3, 2,
for a Corrin as possible, but we're getting right into it. It's like a
Let the lesson begin.
but yeah, just what you were saying, Me Brawler is gonna get in on Violet. Violet's gonna feel it, already racking up nearly 100%. Just in the first 30 seconds of the game. This is tough for Violet. And reading that roll, this Brawler's got rolls on lock. Yeah, another down throw. A big thing that I was talking to Space Hippie in between games, and he was saying there's a lot of grabs coming out from this Brawler, which yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but a big part about being in a disadvantageous position against Nugget is that she really gives you all the room in the world to recover. She's kind of sitting on the other side of the stage saying, like, if I'm just praying that an arrow is going to hit, that up smash, taking it. I like that falling up air off the platform. Really, like, this Brawler missing. The DLC uppy. Just grabbing the ledge from wherever. Faking out these arrows. That's funny. I love it. Right.
Game.
Kind of pause, dash forward a tiny bit more.
Speed roller wins.
We're gonna get but yeah, I mean,
Honestly, like, for being down 7 stocks, the first game into 4 stocks in the last game, a really good adaptation from.
this is I think one of the strongest teams.
Yeah, they came in with a 4-0 record, continuing it 5-0. I'm sure this is the last not the last time you'll see Illinois.
We still got more games.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're gonna just keep it going. I mean, we're still at a pretty good record right now. I think we're 3-2.
I think this makes you 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah.
Still not a bad record. So, you know, and we're taking all these losses with
Mhm.
I think it's giving us a good opportunity to move over. This was a bit of a rough team because, you know, there was some delay, a bit more than what we used to.
Mhm.
But, and some interesting characters. You don't see, you don't see Kirby, you don't see Kazu. We actually especially don't see Kazu.
Yeah, Kazuya is a big matchup check for a lot of teams. Like, I remember last semester, even varsity was getting caught up on a lot of Kazuyas. But regardless, I think you guys played through with a lot of really good counter picks. I think everybody on the team was playing pretty well today. And yeah, we'll see how BW bounces back from it. Yeah, this is going to be the end of our stream here. And signing off, I am Bumps. This is Goomba. Thank you for tuning in to watch some Smash.